guys, welcome back.
Welcome back to Don't You Know?
Yeah. Hopefully, we'll see how this one turns out. I have a new mic, so we'll see how that works.
Let's test it out. Can we get a whoop whoop?
Whoop whoop, Jacob, that's you, Bo. That's your thing.
It's a good microphone testing tip.
Yeah. I want to do a little shout out. I noticed we had some listeners from Brazil.
Oh, yeah?
What?
Viva Brazil?
Yeah.
I'm racking my brain, but I literally don't know any Portuguese whatsoever.
Portuguese. Yeah, because Brazil speaks Portuguese. That's right. I don't know any either.
Nope.
So, sorry. You just have to know English.
And they're not listening anymore.
I know. Well, I mean, they wouldn't listen to us for very long after that. I mean, I only speak English. I want to learn Japanese, though. So if anyone wants to teach me Japanese, I'd be totally down for that.
There you go. I do know a couple things in Japanese, but not much. You just need to watch more anime.
I know. I have to watch it more with just the subtitle. I only watch dub.
What? No wonder.
Well, because I can watch it while I'm working, and if I do subtitles, I actually have to stop working to read the subtitles.
That's true.
Whereas the dub, I could just have it playing on in the background and continue to do my work.
Yeah, that's true. I was just watching one with a dear friend of mine. We were watching... It's called Made in the Abyss. I don't know if you've seen it or heard of it. Have you heard of that one? I don't know how popular it is. It's called Made in the Abyss. I don't even know anything about it.
I don't think so.
Oh, well, I watched 2 episodes. It's alright. It's pretty good. It's very interesting. But I was running into that thing where I wanted to play a video game on the side, but we were watching the subbed, and I'm like, the whole thing is like, because I talk about the subs, like the original voice actors are like super skilled, and that's a big part of like the production, like artist intention. Yeah, I can kind of see that. But I wanted to play a video game.
It's kind of hard though too with subtitles because I noticed I was watching this one anime called Konosuba or something like that.
Okay.
And I originally watched it in the subtitles because I was seeing it everywhere and I was like, well, this obviously is good. It's everywhere because when we went to Anime Expo, it was everywhere. And I was like, okay. And I finally figured out what show it was. And so
what's it called? I'm going to pull it up.
Konosuba, Konosuba. I probably butchered that. I am sorry, people.
It looks like that is a dish, like a noodle pasta salad dish. So I will type in Konosuba anime.
Yeah.
Konosuba.
Suba.
Konosuba.
Did I spell it wrong too? I'm sorry, people.
Konosuba. The more you know. Okay, so it looks like it is about, it's like medieval, kind of fantasy, like Final Fantasy style, kind of setting, I guess.
So what it is, it's about this one guy, he dies. And he has the choice to be reincarnated or to be reincarnated into the current world, or he can be reincarnated into a fantasy world.
Okay.
And so basically he gets reincarnated into basically a video game.
That is so interesting because immediately I was like, well, obviously I would choose the fantasy world because that's much more interesting. However, now you're just dead. Like you're not, but he's reincarnated. He's dead anyway. He's not getting resurrected. He's getting reincarnated.
Yeah, he's getting reincarnated.
Okay, so he can't go back to his same life. Or could you? That'd be interesting. You go back and you're like, you'd have to wait 18 years or 12 years or however long. When can kids venture out? I don't even know.
I can't remember all the conditions for it, but basically he gets reincarnated and I think he doesn't have a choice of how he gets reincarnated, or he goes into this fantasy world and beats the main villain, bad guy person, and then he gets the choice to be reincarnated as whatever he wants or something like that.
Okay.
I don't remember. There was some type
You're
of
going to get a random lottery, or you could fight Satan. It's your pick. Well, I'll take the random lottery. Maybe I'll get something good. Is it random or is it like karma? Because usually reincarnation's
I can't really
karma.
remember.
Was he a good guy? Is he a good guy?
He was a what they call a NEET, I think is what it's called.
A NEET. Not in education. Oh, I just heard that acronym. Not employed in education or training or something like that.
Yeah, I remember I read the acronym for it one time too, and it was so long ago. I don't
That's
remember.
a big thing in Japanese culture. Is the
yeah,
NEET.
it is.
He's not employed. He's trying. He's just hasn't found a job, or maybe he's not trying. It's just catch-all. Leads to hikikomori.
And since it's such a big thing in Japan, not really here, I think a lot of times they just say shut-in.
Yeah, the hikikomori or shut-in is kind of that same thing. It's like how do you explain it? Just don't go outside. It's a recluse. I get a little like that.
So I was watching it in sub first, and I watched the whole thing, and then I don't want to say it was quite a year, but definitely a while after, I noticed that there was a dub version. Oh, it came up on Crunchyroll sometimes, like, or different advertisements on Facebook will do new animes or new dubs that came out. And that's when I saw that the show had a dub. And so I watched it, and it was so different because the thing is the main character, he's like really sarcastic. And since I don't know the Japanese language very well, I didn't get that he was sarcastic.
I see. Not the language or the inflection and stuff.
Yeah. I thought he was just being kind of like Captain Obvious when he was stating stuff. But then when I was watching the dub, I was like, oh wait, he's not being Captain, he's being sarcastic.
That's very interesting. Because you would have to, but I guess you would, it's kind of a tough thing because I feel like if you were to have watched a lot of subtitles and just like learned the dialect, you would still be able to tell. Because, like, I don't think that's a words thing. That's very much like a tone. But, again, you're totally unfamiliar with the tone, so it's not a mark against you. It's just, it's interesting.
Yeah, and especially since Japanese does have, like, a different tones. And you do miss certain things in dub that you don't get if you knew the language. There's a way that a guy speaks and a girl speaks. They're two different types of way that they talk. And so sometimes you'll have, like, a tomboy who speaks kind of like a dude.
Ah, interesting.
And so there's been times where I've seen, and since I know this, I can like understand when I watch it in dub. But like there's like one show I was watching where it was a tomboy, but then she was like kind of interested in this guy, so she like changed to a girl voice, and so a girl tone, and all her friends were like, why is she talking like that? And in the dub it just sounds like normal, and you're like, what do you mean why she's talking like that?
Yeah, I've never even heard that before. That's interesting.
Yeah, apparently like there's two different ways that the guys and girls talk, so yeah, now you know.
Now you know.
Anyways, also there's an anime I want you to watch.
Oh,
Jacob.
okay, what's it called? I got a lot of them. It's getting added to my list. We got to talk about the one that we watched together, too.
Oh, the Death Note? You know that they have that one in dub, right?
Oh, yeah.
Well, not Death Note. It was,
It was a parody of Death Note.
Love Tyrant.
I can't remember I used to know the actual title, but I can't remember. Sorry, what's the one you want me to watch?
It's called The Promised Neverland. You just have to watch the first episode and decide if you like it or not.
I think I've heard of that. Either you've told me
sent
about
it to
that.
you
You might have told me about that.
You just probably haven't watched it yet.
I probably
you should
haven't
watch
watched
it
yet. I've been sword fighting is where all my time's been. You asked me about that secret project. Ooh. The reason I forgot about it was because I've been sword fighting in VR. It's so good, though.
Okay, then. So I guess we should go ahead and kind of, I don't know if there's anything else updated. We have something working on. We'll probably have that in the next episode after that.
Okay, I pulled up a picture of The Promised Neverland, and I have to say, if I was just browsing cover or just anything, I would probably give this one a pass. However, because you've told me to check it out, I'm intrigued.
Yes, you should.
Okay.
And I won't say anything else about it because...
I'm going in blind.
Yeah, because... this is one of those ones that you can't say anything about it until after you've seen the first episode.
Yeah, and that's fair, because a lot of the stuff is like, once you... Yeah, I know exactly how that is. That's why I love going into stuff blind like that, too. Alright, cool. I'll add it to the list. The invisible list.
Jacob will have watched it by the next podcast so we can talk about it.
Man, give me at least a few. I'm very slow. I got a lot of sword fighting to do.
And this gives you guys all a chance to watch this, too.
Yeah,
so, or else you'll have a big kind of spoiler kind of thing going through. Anyways, so...
yeah, fair warning. If we talk about it, we already said do your homework.
Yes. Let's see here. Okay. I guess we'll go ahead and get right into it, right?
Sure.
So, since this is the time where most people are graduating now, I figure we talk about graduation.
I thought it was a different topic.
What do you mean? I told you it was going to be this topic.
I'm just teasing.
Oh, okay. And also, my half-brother is graduating in June, so shout out. Congrats, Chris. And if any of you guys are graduating and you want to do a shout out, we can do a shout out for next podcast. Just send us a tweet or an email.
Class of 19.
Class of 19. Yeah.
That is the year we're in, yeah.
Well, no, I was thinking like,
Did you graduate, Raquel? You don't even know the date?
Well, see, our class was class X, so I was just kind of like,
oh yeah.
I was trying to think if they had anything fancy that they said.
We were 11.
See, that was boring.
No, yeah, it was pretty boring because they had all the seniors stand out in a line and then take a picture of them. Or they have them stand and make out the numbers. But like, we didn't even the person who was coordinating the people just had like, instead of like put on the tips and like the little bottom bit of the ones, they just had us all stand in two big long lines. It's like, this is the most uninspired, but it was alright though. It was a cool class. Like,
it destroyed your creativities, huh, Jacob?
No, we didn't
all
care.
your creative flow going
to be
through,
honest, like, we would
in.
not have put up with that. We were like, why are we out here in the stadium in the heat in the middle of Florida? Like, almost summer. Like, can we please not? We don't care about your dumb yearbook picture. Shout out to the yearbook staff. You guys did great.
At least Mercer had to stay inside on the basketball court when we did ours.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
I don't know if you guys did yours on the best court.
Well, we did ours on the football field. We were known for our football. Our college was known for our basketball. That's true. So it makes more sense. But, like, our basketball court in high school we were redneck high school. We weren't playing basketball.
I think Mercer now does it on the football field. The basketball stadium's not big enough. Okay. So, let's go ahead and get right into it. So, this is basically going to be Don't You Knows for whether you're graduating or if you're attending a graduation.
My last graduation that I was at was my own, 3 years ago now. I can't even remember now.
Mercer's graduation?
Yeah, that's so long ago. I'm a whole different person now.
Yeah, that was my last graduation as well. So
I haven't been to one either from the perspective of sitting down. Ever, maybe. No, that's not true. I went to somebody's.
I went to my brother's high school one, but I graduated college after his high school one. So the most recent one is my college one. But I don't remember my college one actually that much. I remember my high school one more.
That's because you were just ready to be done. High school's exciting. You're with your friends. College is ready. Done.
So many people and all these different, none of these people are in our class. They're people who are graduating 6 years ago. They're in their master programs.
Yeah, that's true too. And another thing was because in high school in high school it was a lot of mixed classes too. I was gonna say because I mostly know the engineering students, so you graduated with them, but no, and then you go up and then everybody's mixed. So you're sitting, I don't know anybody near me. It's like a sea of just unknown people because it's kind of a bigger school too. It was way different.
Yeah, my high school graduating class was not even 500 people, but my freshman year it was over 1,000. So that's how many people got held back or dropped out or left.
I think that number in colleges is supposed to be 50 to 60. I don't remember, honestly. I would have to look that up, and I'm sure it varies vastly from school to school.
Yeah, and you're not going to know everyone in your graduating class. You're not going to always have classes with them. You might not have ever have a single class.
Right.
So, I have a Don't You Know from a fan. No, from one of my coworkers.
Oh, very nice.
So she said, don't you know, don't wear high heels. You'll fall.
I've heard that. And if you fall on stage, somebody's recording it, and you're definitely going viral. Do it on purpose, maybe. Hey, get some fame.
Yeah, that's what she said her daughter did. Her daughter fell because she was wearing high heels.
Not on purpose, though.
Not on purpose.
Not on purpose, no. This is accident. I hope the ankle was okay. I guess, I was going to say, I assume she knows how to walk in high heels, and it's a stage, because the stage is always weird, too, and there's stuff all over, and they got cords and things. It is a bit of a landmine.
It also just depends. My high school graduation, we weren't allowed to wear high heels, and that was just because we were going to be on the football field. Your high heel would get, stuck into the dirt, and then, of course, you're going to fall or something like that. And I think they didn't want us puncturing their grass field, of course, too.
What about, wedges? Are wedges acceptable?
I wore wedges.
So now, being a guy, I literally don't know. Is a wedge considered a high heel? Or are you just talking stilettos for high heels?
I'm talking stiletto high heels.
I'm thinking of some sandals with some big old wedges in there. Where your foot's up. Really, I've seen those. I don't know what they're called, but I'd say that heel's up pretty high.
I don't think wedges are really considered heels.
Can you tell I'm a bachelor?
Can you tell I don't know much about fashion?
Oh, touche. That's funny.
Oh, but you know what, Jacob? You make a very pretty girl on Snapchat.
Oh, thanks. You saw that, huh? Oh, yeah. That's all the rage. I look just like my sister. It's eerie. It's really funny.
Yeah. I find the app so fun, but the guy version one is really boring because all it does is it keeps your top part the same. I think it makes your eyebrows.
Your jaw. It thickens your eyebrows.
And adds a shadow.
My eyebrows are already so thick, so it didn't do much to me. But it did widen my jaw, and I looked like my brother. So I sent to my family. I was like, here's me as my sister. Here's me as my brother. And they're they just kind of laughed. They said that me as my mom said that I look like my high school girlfriend. She was like, is that weird to say? I was like, I don't know. I don't see it anyway. I think I just look like my sister.
Oh, yeah, because with the girl one, it puts makeup on.
Yeah,
it does your hair.
All the Snapchat filters do that, though. I'll put on some descend, and I'm like, oh, this is kind of funny. And then I'm like, I look very attractive, but, it's a little heavy on the refinement. Because it's you do it, and then you press the button, and you go back or something, and the filter comes off, and you're just oh, gosh. It's terrible.
So, Nikki did not look very pretty.
Oh, no.
Frankie looked very pretty, and he was very embarrassed about it.
Well, I mean, he's still youthful, too.
Yeah.
He's not exactly shaven every day, is he? Well, maybe, I don't know.
No, he shaves once a month, maybe.
There you go. Yeah, me too. No, I'm on a 5-day cycle now on my shaving. I'm a big man. I'm within the week. I got a weekly, more than weekly.
Yeah, Frankie, because Nick was like, "Oh, you baby," and Nick did it. So Frank was like, "Okay," but he like couldn't do it without laughing, and he was really embarrassed about it. So like, I had to take it really quick, and so he has like this kind of like embarrassed smile with his dimples showing, and it's actually like a very pretty girl.
My thing is funny because it's like I want to ham it up a little and play around and do like a wink or something. But anytime you make any face, it doesn't detect the face. Like it has to be that the lines have to go blue. I'll like do like a little something or like turn my head and it just can't do it. So all my pictures are like me just awkwardly just like staring straight in the middle of the camera. I'm not good at taking selfies. Straight up. I think my front camera is terrible. That's what I blame.
Okay. Okay, graduations.
We could segue that. What are some don't you knows about graduation selfies and pictures?
Oh, I don't really actually have any.
Can you wear heels for the pictures and then take them off or put them on after?
Yeah, I guess so, but I feel like that's such a hassle. Like, I wouldn't do that.
You just throw a backpack on, or you gotta...
I could see some girls doing that, but I wouldn't do that. I would just wear whatever shoes, and that's the shoes I would wear the whole time.
I had to buy shoes for graduation. I was just gonna wear some, and I was like, you're not even gonna see my shoes. Like, I was wearing... They're kind of ratty, actually. These are fine. I was like, you're wearing those for graduation? I was like, all right. I had to go buy some. They're sporty, though. I still wear those.
A lot of guys had to go and buy shoes for my high school graduation, because they said that you had to have like black dress shoes, and the girls had to have black shoes that weren't heels, and then a dress. And I can't remember, there was like a requirement with the dress. So I had to go and buy a dress.
Oh, yeah?
And yeah, because at that point I had no dresses. And of course now I have like a few. I still don't have very many dresses. I hate wearing dressing.
Like under the gown? Or I guess you would have to, but you can't just wear like a shirt under the gown? Or like...
I mean, I guess technically I could have wore like a t-shirt and shorts and they wouldn't have known.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe some you can see like the strap or... I don't know. I'm not that...
I don't really remember. It was, like I said, it was so long ago. Okay, but picture-wise, I guess... One don't you know for pictures is that even if you really don't know the person, you're going to be taking a picture with them. I took a couple of pictures with people I knew, but I didn't really talk to on a daily basis, but yet they were like, "Hey, Raquel, let's take a picture." And it's like, okay, I don't really know you, but okay.
It is definitely fun to see like a lot of people, I guess, and you're with a lot of people too. Like I didn't take too many pictures. I think we took like one or two obligatory. Don't you know you got to take one or two. Of course.
Oh yeah, you definitely have to. I have a couple of pictures. A lot of those people I don't even talk to very much, and I have a couple of them that I keep, and I actually have printed out, and I hang them up and stuff like that because they were my main posse back in high school.
Nice.
So
yeah, of course.
I have one really nice picture that I have framed, and I actually have to get a new frame because it broke. But I only talked to like one person in that picture still.
It's pretty good to like have pictures out, I think too. I'm pretty bad about it. I don't ever like print out a picture. Like to me, pictures are so like you take a picture and it goes in the Facebook feed and then it just goes away, and it's like maybe you'll dig it up later, but it's I don't go look at pictures.
I'm kind of the same way.
Pictures are so temporary to me. But I guess that's the internet microwave culture that I've made myself a part of, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I do every once in a while. I do go back through my pictures.
Well, I mean, you literally have some on a board behind the camera, though. You've got some pictures up. I don't even do that.
Yeah.
I'm just...
But see, those are pictures that I had from college.
Oh, yeah.
That I found, and I was like, what am I going to do with these? And I stick them up there.
Yeah, there you go. So it wasn't an active effort. It was just, what am I doing? But somebody's made an active effort.
Yeah. Well, some of these pictures I printed out when I left for college, and they were for decoration, so they didn't have a plain, boring dorm.
Right.
One of them is a picture that when we were going through the garage, we found, and it's of my dad and me as a baby. And so I'm not going to throw that away.
Right.
So I throw it up there. And then they also found a picture of Frankie when he was little in the garage, and I'm not going to throw that away either. So I just stuck it up there.
Now that you say that, that reminds me, I do actually have a lot of pictures that my grandmother she was clearing out a bunch of, just going through old pictures, I guess, as grandmas do. And, she just had duplicates, so she mailed them to me, and I got this big stack of envelopes, like, pretty big stack. There's tons of old baby pictures and stuff, so I do actually have a lot of pictures, but none that I take or that I've printed out or done anything. I'm not... And they are nice. It was nice to get those and look through those, but generally I don't make sentimental stuff.
Yeah, I have actually like a box. I like labeled it memory box, and it has like tons of pictures in it and cards and certificates that I've gotten. I just kind of stick whatever I want to keep. I kind of like stick it in there.
Yeah.
Just like, so I could probably like years later go back, almost like a time capsule, go back and be like, oh my god, I don't remember what this is.
Yeah. And that is kind of fun too. Like, I do I don't have it labeled memory box, but there was a box of just stuff that when I cleared out my room and I had some stuff from high school when I was going to college, we just stuck it all in a box. Stuff that I'm not going to take. I do have a bunch of old stuff in my closet somewhere, but I haven't gone through it. I opened it up once when I was moving and I was like, oh yeah, I didn't even realize I had it. It was like from wrestling. It was like headgear. I was like, I didn't even think this is mine. Jude's actually. I just pinched it. Yoink.
Yeah, I have I know I have pictures from like my 8th grade field trip that we had to Savannah.
I think I heard it. I was watching Tosh.0, Daniel Tosh. He says something like, he says, I don't get nostalgic because unlike the rest of you people, I don't get old or I don't get ugly and fat as I get old. I was like, oh, that's so terrible. And he's just sitting there. He's like, I think he's like 46 or something. He's just, I guess he works out.
And then also for graduation pictures, you know that you have to take a picture with your favorite teacher.
Oh, yeah, of course. Or all of them. I mean, hey, make the rounds.
All of them, yeah.
Might as well. Except the crotchety old one that teaches, like, what government economics, and you don't... I'm just joking. That's not a dig at anybody. I just find my government economics teacher. There's always that one you skip.
Okay, I have one. This is a personal one.
All right.
Don't you know, if your graduation is outside, to make sure you pin your graduation hat down?
Was there a breeze?
I have a nice little action shot with when I lost my graduation hat and had to go chase after it.
Nice. Oh, I thought it was like you I thought it was an action shot of you like catching it in midair or something and looking real sleek.
That would have been awesome. Yeah, it was an action shot of me going back into my line, running back into the line. Because what they had us do is they had us walk around the football field first, then take our seats to the seats that were on the football field.
Don't you girls like bobby pin them to your head or something?
Yeah, that's what my grandma was like. Why didn't you bobby pin her hat down?
Even I know that. It's funny. Still a bachelor, but it's funny the things I know and don't know, huh? I don't know what heels are. I do know that you bobby pin like a hat to your head.
Did you bobby pin your hat down?
I did not bobby pin my hat down. We were inside. I got a big head. It barely fit. No, I'm just kidding. I actually have a small head.
I have a small head too. That's why it didn't fit me very well. It flew right off. Don't you know one size does not fit all? One size does not fit all.
No, of course not. That's why they have buttons on the back, little tab things. When you said a personal one, I was like, oh man. Are we doing dicey don't you knows? No, not that kind of personal.
Didn't you know you're supposed to decorate your hat? I didn't know that.
I did not do that.
When we graduated for college, there were so many people that had their hats decorated. And I was like, I didn't know that was the thing. I totally would have decorated my hat. Especially since there were so many of us. It would have been very easy for my parents to find me if they knew what my house decorated was looking like.
Got other ways to find me. I brush my nose as I... No, I didn't decorate mine. I'm not a very artistic person, I don't think. I mean, I haven't practiced art. And I could have done something, but I wasn't really. I was more plain Jane, just kind of regimental in that aspect.
Yeah, well, some people, weren't very, artistic on their hats. Like, they just would print out a meme that they thought was funny or created a meme and just, pasted it onto the hat.
I don't want a meme hat. I like memes as much as the next guy, sometimes more. But I don't want memes on my hat or on my shirt. Keep the internet in the internet. I'm just teasing. I don't know. I just didn't want to decorate my hat. I didn't want to stand out.
Well, you end up losing your hat sometimes, too, once you throw it up.
I got mine.
Then you have to search for it. Where's my hat?
Or I got somebody's.
Should have stole someone's hat that was, creative.
Right.
That's my hat now.
I have a friend who, she did, painted something from The Little Mermaid on hers. Beautiful. She did very, very well. Very nice.
You took that hat, didn't you?
I did not take that hat. We were not the same year. We actually didn't even know each other in college.
Okay. I only have one more, don't you know? So, come on, Jacob. Contribute.
Oh, okay. Don't you know you can't bring an air horn? If you bring an air horn to a graduation, you should have your child's diploma revoked. Sorry, you're in for one more year. You can thank air horn Uncle Henry.
You completely destroyed my don't you know.
Ah, that's what you get for forcing me to do one on the spot.
God,
actually, I was thinking of that one earlier.
So, why don't you know is don't you know you have to be the loudest when the person you went for goes up there on the stage. You have to be the loudest. They have to know that they're supported.
This is a respectful somber. You get a somber little golf clap?
No. No.
Is it a surprise
Don't you know
they
it's
made
like
it?
a popular class?
Are you surprised they graduated? No, of course they graduated, because they do what they stay up to do. My pinky's up, you can't see it, and I'm giving a golf clap. No, it's a respectful thing.
Well, okay, you know what? In Georgia, sometimes those people don't graduate high school. So it is a shock. And some of those people that are in that line are shocked that they graduated.
Then clap away, I'm proud of you too.
My family was shocked when Nick graduated, because he was like failing every single class until like the last month. We didn't think he was graduating.
To be completely honest, my college was kind of like that. I was like, every semester was like, is this the one? Nope, it's the next one. No, I made it through. I mean, I got a decent GPA. That won't be disclosed here. It's decent.
My GPA was pretty close to a 4.0.
Very nice. Congratulations. You worked very hard.
Yeah, sure. Those all-nighters, doing that paper at the last day.
Oh, yeah.
Last couple hours.
Well, that's...
Picking those monsters.
You're older and therefore wiser, and you can write the paper better. I got a bunch of cases for procrastination.
I edit this podcast the day of that I want to post it. And I stay up like hours.
You're a hero. She does so much work. You guys didn't even know. I do no work. I'm just like the talent.
He's just the person I bounce ideas off of. I need to add someone to tease on this air. I figured he'd be the best option.
I'm like the stress relief ball.
Not only do I have to troll him, but I have to make sure everyone knows I troll him.
No, I definitely need to contribute a little more, which is part of the reason of the secret project. Ho ho ho.
Oh.
Hon hon hon.
Oh. I don't know why that was so funny.
This is why I'm part. See, here's the stress relief. It's all cracking.
Oh, I don't know why that was so funny.
It's funny. Sounds like a shout out to, I know a French platypus.
Oh, it wasn't French to me. It was like Italian. I don't know. I don't think really maybe it was French. I don't know.
I had a baguette in my head. That's what I was doing it.
It made me think of, I think why I was laughing so much, it reminded me of some, like, villain from a cartoon. It's like, like, I could just, you know what, I do picture him with, like, a piece of bread with, like, a mustache,
Definitely the mustache. Could be a French villain. It's perfect.
Okay. Well, that was all my Don't You Knows then
That's
for
all
that.
your Don't You Knows. Oh, man. Let's see.
I guess apparently we have to do a discussion about, is it allowed to be loud or not? Because we had different Don't You Knows on that.
Oh, yeah, and you guys are always going to win out, because whether you're right or wrong, if you're louder, you win.
Yeah. Duh.
Victor is the one with the air horn. Can't out-quiet you guys.
The Victor also is the one who edits the podcast and can just edit out all your good reasonings.
No, please.
So all it sounds like is, I'm right.
Yes, definitely.
And then I give all these good reasons, but I'm right. And then I give all these good reasons.
You can edit in previous stuff of me saying things that would be like,
you're right, Raquel.
Yeah, stuff like that. I almost said it, but it would be too easy because you literally have the audio right there. So,
yeah.
Ha-ha. Hon, hon, hon.
Oh, dang. Well, it's okay. I still can cut pieces. You are... And then maybe I'll just cut out like not, right, and then right.
Yeah, just splice it all together. What about before and after graduation? So what are you doing after you walk across the stage? You're an official scholar or diplomat? What's a person? I don't think you get to be a diplomat just because you have a diploma. I don't know how that works, but what's a diploma holder? You're graduated. What's your party like?
I think it also depends on who's coming out to see you. So from my high school graduation, me and a couple buddies, we all did stuff afterwards.
Wow.
But that was because all my family that came and saw me all live in that area. So I always see them. And we did something for graduation, I think the night before, or something like that.
What kinds of things? Like parties or like restaurant or like...
Talking about family or friends?
No, I don't know either. You just said did things. It's very, very cryptic.
Yeah, so for family, we went and had a dinner the night before graduation, which is funny because that is when I started to date the guy that I was dating at the very end of high school.
Oh, so I
it
shouldn't
didn't last very long. It was very bright. Anyways, I mean, he was a great guy. It just was probably like the worst time to start dating someone.
Are you blushing? No, she's not
probably.
blushing.
I blush very easily. It could be like, oh, it's so awkward. That's part of the reason why I have problems in college with. You know who I was, I had to break up with even though I didn't know I was dating.
Sorta.
You remember, but you kind of remember him.
Yeah, a little bit.
So it was super awkward because, I was like, I don't know how to they tell this guy I'm not interested, and then of course my friends thought I was interested, and they would say stuff, and then I would of course blush, and then they'd be like, "Oh, that means she likes someone." It's like, no, I'm really awkward, and this just makes it more awkward.
Yeah.
And now I'm blushing, and like it doesn't matter what it is. I don't have to like the guy. I don't have to like the guy. I will blush.
That's when you just say, "I'm not blushing because I like you. I just don't like conflict." You just gotta be super blunt. You can blush, or you can be blunt. Being blunt isn't very easy though.
So I turn red very easily. I could be a little bit hot, I'll turn red. I could do a little bit of exercise, I'll turn red. I could, like, even something a little bit embarrassed. Like, we were talking with one of the girls that was leaving, and they were joking about, "Oh, we'll take you to a Chippendale," and I started blushing.
Well, that's pretty funny.
So, yeah, I am super, super awkward.
I used to work at one of those.
Yeah.
I cleaned up the stage. I'm just teasing. I did not work at a Chippendale. Self-roasted.
Jacob. With what me and my friends did with after high school graduation, we went to one of their houses. They had like a little party and their family was there, and we had like snacks and stuff like that, and then we ended up going to a movie afterwards.
Nice. What movie?
Well, the only reason...
Do you remember?
It was a movie I fell asleep through.
Movie time?
Like,
oh, I guess not, huh? Let's say it's our movie segment.
Oh, it was that, Juliet movie one or whatever. Like Letters to Juliet or something like that.
Oh, I haven't seen it then.
I don't remember what it was.
I don't even know how to read, let alone watch a movie about letters.
Well, we were told that if you went to a movie late enough, that it was like a discounted price or something like that. So we're like, oh, we'll just go to a super late movie. And it was not a discounted price. And since it was so late and we had been up so early for the graduation, I kind of like, this movie is boring. Because it was a romantic movie. And I was like, I hate this movie. I fell asleep. Yeah. And I woke up at the very end just in time to make fun of the ending. And then for college, though, right after graduation, the family went out to lunch. And that's because family actually had to travel to go to the graduation.
Yeah.
It's not the same as living like 15 minutes away. They just leave 15 minutes to get to the graduation.
We had a pretty good graduation party for my high school graduation. We went to an Indian restaurant and had some Indian food. It was very good. And we were all dressed up pretty nice. It was kind of a swanky place. We had cloth napkins. And it was a pretty big family because a lot of my family lived like nearby then. For college, it was a little more immediate. And also because there were less tickets, I guess. And they had to drive across state. But yeah, for high school, we had a really nice dinner. Very good. And then obviously that was after the graduation, I guess, because the graduation was in the morning. We actually did our graduation at the Livestock Pavilion, which wasn't really as bad as you'd really think. It wasn't that bad. It really wasn't bad. It's my mom always made fun of it. She's like, at the Livestock Pavilion. It's a nice place. It was outdoors and very hot and dusty, but it fit.
It almost rained on ours.
Cal Patty High. No, we had a big top pavilion thing. It was good.
Yeah, well, see, ours almost got rained, and we're all like, don't rain, because if it rained, we would have to go inside to the gym, and that meant only 2 people per person could go in.
Into the gym?
Into the gym. Like, because it was so many people, and there was not enough space, so only each person could have 2 guests.
Oh, I thought you meant like 2 people at a time. I was like, are the doors small? What are you talking about? Like, we can only have 2 people in this gym. The rest of you have to get rained on. No, okay, I understand now. Two guests per graduator.
So it like was going to rain, and everyone's like, "No, we can't rain, and we have to do it outside so we can all be there." And it was like thundering.
Is it graduate? Oh no! Furiously Googles.
Graduates.
That's the one. Thanks.
Don't worry, I got you.
I just played softball. I'm playing too many sports. My brain's rotting. There goes our sports audience. I've insulted them. We lost this sports game too. Oh man, it was a wipeout. It wasn't a wipeout. We've lost harder.
You're always like isolating all of our fans, Jacob.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
Don't be mad. I don't like anybody.
They'll have t-shirts with our faces, and yours will have an X and mine will have a heart.
I mean, I don't even like myself. So.
Oh. I like you, Jacob.
Thanks.
Sometimes.
I like you too, sometimes.
I really like it. You when we play Minecraft.
Oh gosh. Goodness gracious. I've had the itch to play Minecraft recently. Keeps popping up. It like disappears for a while, and then I'll like see like friends will be playing it, and friends of friends will be playing it. People I don't know are playing it. YouTubers I watch will be playing it. I'd be like, I wouldn't mind playing some.
If we play, it would have to be through the computer, because I never get access to the TV, because Frankie's always on it.
If we play through the computer, then I can play in virtual reality. which is way more fun.
I would have to try to find it for. Anyways,
We can work out the logistics.
yeah. Now, here's the thing, which is interesting. Here in California, especially in the Los Angeles area, it is tradition to go to grad night at Disneyland.
Okay.
So that's something that the graduates will do, is they go to Disneyland.
The whole state goes.
I think each high school has a different grad night.
Does everyone go down I was going to name a roller coaster, but I don't know any of the Disneyland roller coasters with their hats on and their robes?
I don't know. I don't know.
That would be pretty good. Actually, that would be awesome if you all go down in your cap and gown and you get like the picture as you're going down the drop and everyone's like, holding their hats. That would be a really good graduation picture, actually.
That actually probably would.
It's probably been
I don't
done.
remember seeing anyone in their graduation outfits.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. You gotta carry it around. You gotta check it in.
Yeah. You might lose your hat, and that's really unfortunate. And
Yeah.
your mom's all mad because she had to pay for the cap and gown, and now you don't have a cap. Because I didn't pay for my cap and gown. It was part of the senior dues, and I don't think I even paid for the senior dues either. I think that was my mom.
I literally don't remember. I paid for my graduation cap and gown.
I don't think I even paid for my college one either. I think my mom and dad
Wait,
did.
Did I say graduation cap and gown? Because I meant to say college. Just edit that in. She's not gonna edit that in. Rip.
Nope.
Anyway.
I'll decide later what I edit in and what I don't. Sometimes I say I'm going to edit that out, and I don't.
Well, you'll know if that mistake was left in. Then I didn't kiss up enough. Oh well.
So I had to cut out a lot of stuff from our last one. They were just awkward. I don't know. Sometimes I try to edit out awkward moments. Sometimes they're just too funny to not edit out.
You can't edit them all out, or I'd hardly be talking.
I don't. Well, some of what I edited out was just because the podcast was kind of long and I wanted to hurry up and get it up before Mother's Day.
Yeah.
So I had to edit out a lot of stuff that was like, okay, you know what? This is actually of no importance. And so I edited it out. And then there was some that I edited out. And I was like, you know what? There's a lot to edit. Like, I check out this and it's like 10 minutes worth of that podcast. I can't edit this out. Put it back in.
You always edit out my funniest jokes, though. I don't know what it is.
Usually, if I edit out anything that you do, it's because you're talking over me and I think my jokes are funnier. So don't talk at the same time as me. Make sure your jokes are like in between my pauses.
The sun rises east to west, so East Coast gets preference.
Not if they're not editing it.
And we're back to editor powers. Dang it. I literally can't win. I'm going to have you a guest on my podcast called Wouldn't You... what's a synonym for no?
And you know what? It would never get edited.
Yeah, no, it would just be a raw feed. We'd all be coughing.
It would be like 2 years later, and you'd be like, look what I found. I still remember a couple projects that we worked on that never got off the ground at college.
It happens. I'm more of a live stream kind of guy. In the moment, it's easier to.
It took forever for us to do the Unbearable Dares.
Oh, yeah.
And it took forever for us to do the Mercer Radio and Mercer 99 collaboration with the, what was it called? Hear Me Roar.
Oh,
remember
yeah,
that?
I do remember that.
I was very proud of that opening.
Oh, yeah.
Which took forever to do because I did the opening and I'm like, okay, Jacob, when are we going to do the script? When are we going to do the recording?
I was busy working on schoolwork.
Yeah, right. You were
focused.
not.
I was too busy studying. I was like, I'm sorry, I just got tests. Gotta make sure I'm ready to go.
Mm-hmm, sure.
I was working out ways to cheat. No, I'm just kidding. I've never cheated.
You were probably registering for classes the day of classes.
I was amazing at that. It was never the day of. The day before was the closest I ever got.
Which was like every semester.
Oh, yeah. It was a game. Everyone's stressing out like, oh, I gotta watch it. It's like they're like looking at the clock. Oh, at like 12 o'clock exactly. I have to do it. Sitting there.
Yeah, Jacob was like sleeping. The rest of us are all up at like 2 o'clock in the morning.
I wasn't sleeping. I don't sleep. Probably playing video games or something. Climbing roofs.
I remember that freshman year. I think Candace almost cried because she had to get this history class because all the seniors took history.
You don't have to do anything but pay taxes and die. And if you're really clever, you don't even have to do those.
And so she had her whole 4 years planned out. All her classes that she was going to take her 4 years. And so if she didn't take history that year, that semester, then she had to rearrange her whole schedule.
Yeah, no, that's really tough. To be honest, I was very lucky because I was in a smaller major. So most of my classes were just open anyway. But for like one of your more popular majors, for sure, you got to be on that game.
Yeah, well, because you were engineers, we were college liberal arts, which was basically everyone.
Yeah.
So those classes filled up really quick.
Yeah, it's a whole different
Sometimes they would
ballgame.
open up ones, and sometimes they wouldn't.
Right.
And they all seem to be like at the same time too. All the classes, like I guess the teachers like have certain days that they want to do stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So all the classes seem to happen at the same time, and you're just like, oh, I have to pick one of these. And then of course you had a lot of teachers that were good, and you had a lot of teachers that were bad. So you're like, I don't want that teacher, but I need this class.
Yeah.
So I have to get into this other one, but everyone knows that's a bad teacher, so everyone's getting in that one.
My computer froze, and I got Mrs. Derpsky again. Whoever that is. Hi, I'm Mrs. Derpsky. I'll be teaching you American economics.
Media studies had like the same teachers, so it was never really, and the classes never really filled up. So those were never really anything I worried about. It was mainly the big ones.
Was media studies your minor?
No, it was my major.
Okay, that was my minor. I forgot that.
Yeah, I had 2 degrees. I got a degree in media studies, and I got a degree in psychology. And I had a minor in art.
I didn't know that. How did I not know that? I guess I thought it was a minor. Huh.
No, I had a minor in art.
Oh, wow.
I took a lot of graphic art classes.
Nice.
I would have liked a minor in graphic art, but that didn't come out until like the year after I graduated.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah. Nope. I was technical communication and media studies.
So,
that means I'm really good at clicking on stuff.
Let's see, anything else? I think, because we're getting to the point where we need to wrap it on up. We're not even talking about graduations. We're just talking about college.
I was just thinking, at least we are talking about college. Like, it is at least part of graduation. It's not even... I was just thinking that, too. I'm like, man, we're on such a tangent.
Yeah. Well, we are going to have a podcast about college, so let's try to keep some of those.
Oh, yeah, we can keep our talks about tangents and circles and like that. Tangential math.
Now we're going to have to do our college one way in the future, because we're going to probably repeat ourselves, and they're going to be like, man, this just happened in the last podcast.
Yeah, right.
So I actually have an idea of what we'll do for the next one, so...
Yeah, very cool.
Everyone will have to wait for it.
I've been starting to get the topics ahead. However, I haven't had much, to research. So, I don't know.
After we finish recording, I'll tell you what the topic is for
next
week.
That'll
so
work
that way it'll be more advanced. Because I'd be like, you want to record today? Yeah. Do you want to know the topic? Yeah, sure, why not? And it's like, what's the point of telling you the day of recording?
Well, they've both been, Mother's Day, and it's like, what am I going to do about... I guess I could have asked other people about Mother's Day, so I guess that's part of it too, is researching other people, but it's not like I'm researching stuff about my mom to talk about. I can't research my mom. I already know her.
My mom listened to the podcast and she was like, I have stories, because I said my mom doesn't tell very many stories, and she's like, I got some stories.
She can tell them on her next Mother's Day.
Definitely looking forward to Mother's Day next year, though, because we'll try to have both our moms on. There'll be lots of stories going around. Probably not very many don't you knows, but lots of stories.
I mean, we gotta give it some time. You can't, my mom already gets a birthday and a Mother's Day. We can't bolster their spirits too much. They'll explode or something. Gotta give them some time in between.
You wait. I think your mom and dad share the same Facebook. I'm tagging her in this one.
Yeah,
you didn't even tag her in the last one. Did she even get to listen to that one? Did she even know about it?
I haven't even been on Facebook. Ugh.
It's too late now. Mother's Day's passed.
I know. I should have. I even called her and I meant to ask. Yeah, I failed big time. I'll send it to her.
My mom listened to it.
I just assumed she always listens.
She enjoyed it. My mom enjoyed it. I think that was the first one my mom listened to. She said she thought she really liked it.
That's good. That's good. We're happy to do them. Happy to have been mothered.
So everyone that listens to it, they always say that me and you have good chemistry.
Oh, yeah? That's good to know.
So it probably comes from us doing so many projects on college together.
Yeah, probably.
We worked on everything together.
Not exactly strangers. That's funny.
It was all those team building exercises that we did because we were team instructors.
Oh, that's true. We were heroes. Good old
we argued over that stuff too.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
We had two very different personalities.
We're literally both saying that at the same time. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
On that bombshell, you got a movie to go watch.
Yeah. I'll tell you guys about it next week.
Yeah, in our podcast segment, or our movie segment.
Our movie segment that we didn't really have this one. We had anime section instead. Don't forget to watch that anime.
That counts.
You guys don't forget to watch that anime either, because we'll be talking about it next week. Right, Jacob?
Yeah, send me a message this weekend, and that's the best time for me to watch.
Sounds good. So, okay guys, well, thanks for listening to us. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to follow. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to send a tweet. Don't forget to email.
Can you comment on these? I would love to comment. I would love to read comments. But...
Yeah, I found out you can't comment on them. So, yeah. on Podbean at least. You can comment on Podbean. I don't think you can comment on Spotify. You can follow us on Spotify and you can follow us on Podbean. You can follow us on Twitter at Don't You Know Pod, where we post like updates and pictures and stuff like that. So sometimes if we talk about different memes or stuff like that in the podcast, we'll post it up on Twitter so you guys can see.
There you go. Stay active. Stay connected.
Yeah. I kind of have been thinking about Instagram, but we don't post enough pictures to really do an Instagram. So we'll just, if you guys want us to do Instagram, just let us know. I guess we'll put one together. Maybe it's something that Jacob can actually do. No posts ever.
I got this beautiful face. It's great for the gram.
Hey, maybe on Twitter we'll post, because didn't we talk about the new Snapchat filters? Maybe we'll post our Snapchat filters.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, because that needs to be released to the world.
Jacob makes a pretty girl.
Oh, goodness. I'm gorgeous.
Yeah, so we'll catch you guys until next time then. See ya.
See ya.